Hi, so I am playing the part of an alcoholic, so you can use this for your case study. My name is Bobby. I'm 64 years old. I'm married. I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. I work as a waitress, and I am seeking treatment because my husband, sorry. My husband thinks that I need to get treatment, and if I don't get treatment, he says that he wants a separation. I don't really get it. I don't really get what the big deal is. I've been drinking since I'm 14. I probably was in rehab the first time when I was 16. My parents put me in a place in New York called South Oaks, and I was there for 30 days, and I came out. I stayed sober for about a year, but I didn't really like it. My friends were all drinking, so I went back to drinking. And then I went to another rehab again, probably when I was like 30, and I went in because I got a DUI, and I had a really high blood alcohol level, and so the judge let me go to treatment as opposed to go to jail because it was so high, and I had to go to counseling. I actually did a residential program at that time. Didn't like it, so I left. Then I went back to an IOP program so I didn't get violated. When I was probably 26, I got married. I had my first child when I was about 29. My second child about 31. I really love my kids. I just sometimes find it really hard in order to be able to stay sober, even with my children. I didn't drink the whole time I was pregnant with either child. I just would start drinking within the first year of their life. I just don't want to not drink. I used to do other drugs. I did smoke pot when I was in college, and I did some hallucinogens, but not very many. Never tried things like cocaine or heroin or anything like that. I'm not really that would make me really bad, my addiction, but I don't do that. I have in the past been to see a therapist outside of going to treatment. I haven't been to treatment since I'm in my 30s, but I did go see a therapist a few times. She just didn't understand me because she kept saying that I would need to stop drinking if I wanted to continue in therapy, and I thought that was really stupid because I was going to therapy so I could quit drinking, and so that didn't make any sense. But I did stay in therapy on and off for about 5 years, until which case I decided to stop because she just wasn't getting it. I have gone to some AA meetings in the past. They're okay. I mean, I don't really sit around listening to a bunch of people talk about their religious beliefs and talking about their sense of what the bad things were that happened in their life when they were drinking. Doesn't really do much for me, but but I went a number of times. I never got a sponsor because I don't really want anybody to tell me what to do, and I've never worked the steps because that just seems like a dumb thing. I offered to work the steps one time, but they wanted me to do all this writing, and I don't like to write assignment stuff, so I'm not going to do it. I have not used any other drugs in about 40 years, and I drink about a pint of vodka a day. Side note, I don't really know if that's a lot. And I usually start drinking around noon, if I can get away from my job. Sometimes I drink at my job. A lot of waitresses drink at their jobs, so nobody really seems to notice very much. It does cause a problem sometimes when I get really, really drunk at work. The bosses don't really like that, and they tell me I have to stop. In fact, right now, I'm kind of in trouble at work because I've been drinking kind of too much, and I had some customers complain about me the other day, so my boss says that I have to stop drinking at work altogether. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been up late last night thinking about my life. I have 4 grandchildren. My kids won't let me watch my grandchildren if I'm drinking. I think that really sucks. I am allowed to see them and be with them as long as my daughters are present, but if I want to go see them on their own, I can't do that because they don't like the fact that I am still drinking. So, too bad. They don't have a babysitter me, I guess. Outside the one DUI that I had back when I was 30, I have not really had any other legal charges against me. There was another time I got stopped for drinking while driving, but the cop decided to just let me go home, and he had my husband come pick me up, so nothing happened, so I kind of lucked out in that one. My husband was really mad at me, though. And that's about it. Some consequences of my drinking are this. I'm really tired. I don't take good care of myself. I don't feel good. I never feel good. I went to see the doctor. The doctor told me that my liver enzymes were really elevated and that I really need to take a look at my drinking. So I stopped drinking for a few days, went back, got tested, they were better. That happens, oh well. I am currently having problems at work. I'm having a lot of problems with my husband. I'm having a lot of problems with my kids. They just don't seem to get it. Although I guess there's times when I come face to face with myself the next morning after I've been drinking and I was rude to my kids or rude to my husband, that I kind of get a little bit about what they're talking about. And I think I do understand a little bit about why my kids don't want me to see the kids alone. It makes me sad because I really love my grandchildren. I would never hurt them. But I come from an alcoholic family, and my father always said the same thing about me, and yet he hurt me. So I was never sexually abused. I was emotionally abused as a child. I was physically abused as a child by my father, who when he drank. And I was emotionally abused by my mom, who oftentimes would ignore me when my dad was drinking. I have hobbies. I like to cook. I like to read. I like to drink. I like to watch TV. I like to watch YouTube. And that's about it.